Hey YouTube, so I just want to make this quick video of a upgraded lighting system for the Fluval Spec V. The light that the default Fluval Spec comes with is pretty, I guess it's okay for low light plants and very basic plants, but not great. The penetration on the left and right hand side of the tank is really low. Yeah, it's just out. It's built to a budget, and you can grow basic stuff with it, but anything more than that and you'll struggle. As a result, I wanted to find something that was slightly better. Now, obviously, the tank itself costs, what are we talking here? I think 80 quid, so that's probably about 120 or so freedom dollars. I'm just going to my Amazon account to make sure I tell you the right name. So yeah, it's about $120, £80 for the tank. So spending 50, 100 quid on a light on top seems a bit excessive, especially because a lot of people that buy this tank buy it because they want to build a fish tank for a kind of on a budget. So I wanted something cheap, under 50 quid. There's some nice options from Fluval, but again they're pushing that 50 quid mark. So a lot of people seem to go for the Crew, that's got quite well reviewed on Amazon. I can't say I've tried that light, but this is the one I went for, and it's a Mainlicht, Mainlicht. They say it's got RGB, but basically it essentially means that it's got some red LEDs in there, some blue LEDs, and some green LEDs. And I don't know. I don't understand exactly what the benefits are of having certainly the green RGB lights. But my understanding is that plants do absorb light from all wavelengths. So I'm not going to try and tell you it's the it's perfectly suited or perfectly tuned for growing plants. But I will say it is a massive upgrade on the default Fluval Spec light. When I tested it out, the light penetration down here was absolutely night and day. In the centre of the tank, not so much, but certainly down the bottom there. And also, I'd say the colours are a bit more realistic. It says the colour temperature is 7,500 Kelvin, which is quite blue, but I don't really see that. In fact, it looks less blue than the Fluval Spec V light. It's definitely kind of the red kind of browniness of the wood comes out more. And if you can see at the bottom here, the storage and repens absolutely pops with this. I'm not so sure about some of the other crypts there. Maybe they kind of look redder or better under a different light. But what I will say is the growth on this thing is absolutely brilliant. I've been away for a week and my girlfriend's been looking after the tank, and just given everything a quick trim, which is why you can see some bits and pieces flying around there. But it's looking really good, and the plant growth everything's grown probably about an inch. I was trying to grow a small carpet down here. You can see some of it there, so it seems to be doing quite well down there on this side of the tank. But down here at the end, it was certainly spreading kind of roots wise, but it didn't seem to be spreading so much above the substrate. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So I've removed that for the time being. The other thing I like about this light is that not all lights are. There's kind of this weird thing where when you're buying a light, a lot of them kind of go from 30 centimeters, probably designed for kind of cube style aquariums, to and then jump up to like 55, 60s for like 60 centimeter style aquariums. And there's this weird kind of mid-range territory where there's not loads of lights. I think the Fluval Spec's about 50 centimeters long, and this is a 50 centimeter light. And as you can see, it fits perfectly. It does overhang here in the filter area, but that's no big deal. It hasn't caused any growth of algae there or anything for me. And you can certainly see it goes right the way to the end here, which is probably part of the reason that we do see better performance than the stock light, which I think on the Fluval Spec stops about here by default. It's got some ludicrous lumens. I'll let this little mother shrimp there for you. Bonus footage. It's got about an output of 16 watts, and I think the stock light is a 10 or 11. And certainly it is certainly without a doubt brighter. Just you can just tell that by looking at the naked eye. The plant grows so much better already. As you can see, all my Java fern, which is quite close to the light, is producing so much oxygen there at the moment. You think that I've got some pearling going on here, but actually, unfortunately, I haven't. It's just where I've been cutting my Saurogen repins and replanting it down here to spread that out. So the light cost me £37, and that's kind of slightly more expensive than the Nicrew. Again, I haven't used the Nicrew, so I can't say whether it's worth that or not. But for me, the 50 centimeter version of this is a massive upgrade if you've got this particular tank. And I'd certainly say that, you know, for anyone running a tank about this size who doesn't want to spend the earth, this would be a really good light to use. I think that's about it really. Any questions, hit them in the comments, happy to answer them. It is extendable, by the way, if you want to use it on a bigger tank. And in terms of options, it just comes with blue, like a switch which is blue to turn to blue, or to have the normal colours, and there's no kind of like tuning it to come on slowly or to change the colours or anything. It is what it is, but it is only 36 quid, and it grows plants very, very well. So there you go. Hopefully some of you will find this useful. Have a good night.